Now we're going to create the face of the sloth. So in step one, we're going to create that funny smiley sloth face. And we're going to do that by grabbing our ellipses tool, changing the color to 242, 190, and 121, and then drawing out an ellipses. If I hold down the, let's see, if I hold down my Alt Shift button, I can then drag so that it's all even. I can select both and then go to my Pathfinder tool and unite them. And we only want the dip here. We don't really want the dip down here. So I can go over to my delete anchor point tool and do that. And that's going to create that face shape that we want. I'm going to make a copy of that by doing Control C, Control F. That's going to paste it directly on top of it. I can make it just a little bit smaller, use my arrow keys to line it up. And then I'm going to change the color real quick. It's going to be 229, 169, and 97. And then I'm going to go to Effect, Warp, Arch, and then do horizontal. The bend is going to be 0. And then the vertical is going to be -20. Then I'm going to go to Object, Expand Appearance. So then for the eye, I'm going to go get my ellipses tool, and change the color to 124, 71, and 50. And then Control C, Control F is going to paste it on top, make it just a little bit smaller, get it centered up, and then change my color to 84, 41, 22. And then I'm going to go get another ellipses, make it super tiny, and make it white. Going to right click and group. And then I'm going to hold down my Shift and my Alt keys and drag that so that I have two eyes. And then if I need to readjust the eyes, I'll have to delete one, adjust, hold down that Alt and Shift again. Just make sure to keep the same size. Okay. Step 4 is going to show us how to add other details to the face. We're going to start by creating an ellipse. And the color, we're going to take off the stroke and then do 178, 91, and 47. Then we're going to go to Effect, Warp, Flag. And it's going to be horizontal. And then 40%. And then 50 and -20. So the horizontal here is going to be 50. And then the vertical is going to be -20. I'm going to do Object, Expand Appearance, and then size this down the way I want it. I can go over to my layers and put it back behind the eye before right clicking, or I can do Control C, Control V, right click, and do Transform, Reflect, click OK. Let's see. Might need to make that just a little bit smaller so that it fits. Hold on. Trying to get it lined up the way it's supposed to be. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do that. Right click, transform, reflect, and then drag it down below the eyes as well. Use my arrow key. Try to help me out with that just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So then step 6 for the nose, we're going to create another light brown ellipse. And then we're going to select the right anchor points on the ellipse and move them down. So it's going to look like this. Let's see. Draw out a little ellipses. Double click on our color here. It's going to be 242, 190, and 121. And then using our direct selections, that's the white arrow, I'm going to click on my anchor point there and use my arrow tool, bring it down, and then do it on the other side as well. So that it creates a shape kind of like that. I can resize it. Okay. So this is explaining what you can do with the nose. And it wants to have very round corners to create a small rounded rectangle. Okay, so what that's going to look like, I'm going to click down and get a rounded rectangle, draw one out, and then match my color, which is going to be 84, 41, and 22. So 84, or 81, yeah, there you go, 84, 41, 22. Okay. So I can size that down, and then I can zoom in to see what's going on here. So this would actually make it more of a circle. I can go out more like that to make it more of a square. Whatever I want to do to get the shape I need. And then I'm going to go and get an ellipses and make that dark. So let's even just do black. If I hold down my Alt Shift, and create two nostrils there. And then when I zoom out, ready to go on the Sloth face. There we go. Step 7 is we're going to create a light brown circle and ellipses intersected as presented below. So I'm going to go and get an ellipses, draw it out. This time it's going to be 249, 204, and 149. And then going to do a slightly larger one there. Should kind of look like Saturn. It says to select the, let's see. I'm going to select the circle and then do Effect, Warp, Inflate. And the bend is going to be -20. Set this to 0, 0. And then the other one is going to be -30. So Effect, Warp, Inflate. And then I'm going to select both and do Object, Expand Appearance. And then go over to my Pathfinder and unite them. so that it's going to end up looking like that. And then I will use my corners to kind of expand out a little bit. There we go. And that's going to go here. And I'm going to take my layers panel so I can see it and drag it down. There we go. Just getting the sizing the way I want it. There we go. Okay. So then for the smile, we can't really do the round cap. But what we can do is create an arc. That's an option. Or I can get a line segment. And then use my curvature tool to create a smile. And the color on that one's going to be 84, 41, and 22. Going to copy and paste and get that set up to be a little arc. And use my eyedropper tool to match that color there. So that way I can have a little chin there. There we go. So then we're going to place this happy little face on the sloth's head. There we go. So then in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create the sloth fur.